Hello, hello,
Whoa,
in TV land,
yeah,
man.
today is Sunday.
It is Sunday. Y'all know where Mike at?
Mike in sabbatical mode.
No, no, no. I need him.
I think he quit.
Mike going to walk.
I'm on my way to Broad, Ben.
It ain't gonna be the same, cuz.
Thanking word.
Hello.
Got it, Mike. Yo, 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 yo.
Y'all can hear me?
Yeah,
Keem is the host now. Yeah, I'm the host.
I came the host.
Where y'all want to start at? Y'all, uh, y'all see this? Y'all can see this chart? Y'all see this chart? Yeah. Yeah. All right. This Netflix, man, it was already up, so I don't know. Y'all still interested in Netflix? But we could go through it right quick. Um,
How we looking on a month?
it's still they ain't showing no signs of reversal yet on the of course not on the monthly. We got to go down to the lower time frames to see the weekly and the daily. Uh, well, let's go to the daily right quick. So still playing this gap, this daily gap right here. They got, you see this volume imbalance right here. So we still kind of closing beneath that, using that as resistance. So you will want this kind of like a reversal candle, but you will want a big move to the downside. Closure closure beneath this kind of like consolidation here. You get your closure beneath that, and then that's gonna probably be your resistance, your next leg lower. But I know you mentioned that Netflix got earnings soon, so um yeah, for a big move to happen, it's probably gonna take
The earnings next month.
us either going to war or earn. So you take that information and do with it what you will. But for Tesla, let's go to Tesla. Let's see what Tesla got for
My,
us.
my bad, Mike. My mic was muted. But the lower that gap was 12.27, that daily gap.
I'll go back. This daily gap right here.
Yeah.
The low of it is 12.27.52. Yeah.
All right, for sure, for sure. So you're saying a daily closure under that, or a weekly closure? Cause I see consolidation right now.
I would want to honestly, I would want a closure beneath the consolidation. Because what could happen is we could close beneath that gap and still play inside this consolidation. So you're looking for a strong move to let you know, all right, you know, we out of this consolidation. Now you want this consolidation to act as a form of resistance.
Okay, I get what you're
You see what
saying.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even if we close beneath this gap,
You still in consolidation.
You still in consolidation.
Okay, I
Right.
get what you're saying.
So you want an energetic move to the downside. Be like, all right, cool. You know, because once the market do that, it's showing you what it's trying to do. All right.
Let me write this in my notes. Closure when needed.
Netflix. Oh, that Tesla. Let's go to Tesla. Let's go to the weekly. We go to the monthly. So nothing really changed on the monthly. We're still in the same area. This gap was the gap. Like this, you know, this is a bearish gap that we haven't closed beneath. We haven't filled it. We haven't filled it either. We haven't closed above or beneath it yet. You know, we closed inside of it, but we've been kind of like trading inside the same area between these two gaps on Tesla from a monthly perspective. So being that we only have like like another week or so of trading in June, maybe a little bit more than a week. So if you know, I would want to close you on either side of this gap, right? Because if we close inside of this gap again, it's probably just going to consolidate inside of this gap. But you know, we got rumors of war and stuff going on, so Tesla might open up down here somewhere. You never know, or open up here. You know, because that stuff happened yesterday. It happened Saturday. So I know cryptocurrencies have been selling all ever since. So I'm assuming that the market probably gonna try to do the same thing. It's probably gonna open up beneath this gap or something. But this is a monthly, but it ain't gonna really show on the monthly. It's gonna probably show on the weekly or the daily. Yeah, Tesla probably open up down here somewhere. Open up below 306, probably something like that. But like I said, the war stuff could affect the market, and then the market could just ignore it and keep going as it's going as planned. Because most times, like when like news come out like that, it comes out like during the week where the market is trading, and you see the immediate reaction. So by happening on a Saturday, you got to wait and see how the market respond to it come tonight at 5 when the market open up. Because the market might open up lower or it might be high, and market might be bullish because we at war. You never know. So, but just based on the information we have in front of us right now, it looks like from a weekly perspective, Tesla's still consolidating. It's going to consolidate for a little while until we break out either side of this gap and get a strong closure on either side. Tesla not really telling us much of nothing right now. To the daily. Yeah, see, look at this consolidation, this daily consolidation on Tesla. Yeah, and really, it's not saying much of nothing right now. You got a couple of volume imbalances. You got this volume imbalance. You got all kind of little. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. So it's consolidation for sure. So you want to close on either side of this gap to let you know what's up, and it's probably gonna be to the downside. If I was a bet man, I would bet it's gonna probably be to the downside, to the rumors of war and all that. You know how that go, man. It's not the first rodeo. When the rumors come out, what it is, buy the news, sell a rumor, or sell a rumor, buy the news, whatever. I can't remember how it go. But all in all, Tesla's still consolidating from a daily perspective, from a weekly perspective, and the monthly, we still inside of that monthly gap, which is this purple box. So like I said, at the end of the month, we want a closure on either side of this gap, and not just a $1 closure. We want like a strong closure on either side to let us know that, this is the direction that the market is trying to go in, so that outside of that, man, it's really no other trades that I could really conjure up for Tesla outside of, the 306 was our support, right? So depending on how the market opened tonight, if we still above 306, then, Tesla still got a chance to go to the upside. But if we below 306, and the market to start selling because of the stuff with Iran, then you already know to kind of like start looking for puts. 216, 217 could be an area of interest, 214, 211, these lows down here. But on the flip side of that, if Tesla remains bullish, of course you're going for your all-time high at 487. So, but I believe that this monthly gap is going to tell you everything you need to know. Being that we only have a few days left trading in June, this monthly gap going to tell you what it's trying to do. Either we're going to close above it and use it as support, or we're going to close beneath it and use it as resistance. What y'all think about Tesla? Nothing? All right.
I want that gap filled. So on a monthly, what we got? I think we came down and touched the other candle, right? And then it started pushing up. I know we still red.
Yeah, it
But
came down.
touched
This
the
up
top of
down
that candle and then took
here.
off from there. But again, what Mike's saying, the wall, just got to see how this joker over.
It might be down here somewhere.
And that
Tesla
bitch
might
got
open up
studied,
at
obviously.
217 or something.
Yeah, if that happens, then forget what I'm talking about. It's going down.
So like I was saying, this gap is this monthly gap is going to tell you what you need to know. You get your closure above, was this 372? You buy some $600 calls or whatever. Get your closure below 306, get you some 217 puts, some 220s or some 200s. That's the play right now, because this gap really showing us, like, by it consolidating inside of this gap, is just not it's indecisive. And we've been trading in this area for this whole month. We've been trading inside of this gap. It haven't decided to go higher. It hasn't really decided to go lower either. It's just playing ping pong inside of this gap. So once you get your closure beneath or above, you know what to do. So Tesla, you're gonna have to wait a little while on Tesla. All right, NVIDIA. Yeah, I don't know why NVIDIA just don't want to come take this out, bro. I don't know why it's playing around. We still in NVIDIA, right? Ben, you in NVIDIA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I like NVIDIA, but fuck them. Oh, I mean, I'm going to forgive them. They took my money from me.
so the only thing I don't like about NVIDIA right now is that by it trading near, the $10 away from all-time highs, and it's slowing down here from a daily perspective, it's slowing down. Kind of like look like it's trying to start consolidating. That's the only thing I don't like and this the daily. This the only thing I don't like. But from a weekly and a monthly standpoint, it looks extremely bullish. But from a daily perspective, it's like, all right, we're gonna chill out and consolidate. And then being that, like you said earlier, that stuff that happened yesterday, ain't no telling when the video gonna open up at. Ain't no telling where the market gonna open up at. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, with the information that we have in front of us right now, is NVIDIA consolidate from a daily perspective. From a weekly perspective, it's kind of slowing down. So it's, you got these highs that it could easily come take out, but it hasn't taken them out yet for whatever reason. So I kind of I'm not hesitant with NVIDIA going to the upside, but it's kind of like, why are you turning around? Like, why are you slowing down in this area? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not just continue higher and go get your all-time highs and continue higher? Like, from a daily perspective, look, even from a daily perspective, it's just a cluster of candles. It's like no direction. Like, you let me buy, I let you buy. You let me buy, I let you buy. You know what I'm saying? It's no clear-cut direction, it's no displacement, there's no gaps. The only gap they got is the one down here, but which you traded into already. Into this little gap right here. So and then you got this little small volume imbalance right here. So it's just it's a cluster of candles with no direction, really. And it looks like the video trying to turn over a little bit and maybe consolidate. But you know, all these stocks gonna look like that, man, for whatever reason. The video, what was the other one we looked at? Palantir. Yeah, all of them starting to look the same. The weekly, so the monthly. The 1 week. Yeah, Palantir, this could be a reversal candle right here. Trade back down to this area. You know, or it could use this candle as support. Could use 132, 131 as support. But like I said, you know, like I don't know how the market gonna open because of the news or whatever. The market could just completely ignore it. If the market ignores it, then you know it's business as usual. You know, looking to get long on 132. Right here, the video trades back. I mean, I'm sorry, Palantir trades back to this candle, this weekly candle. That's what it's been doing ever since. You know, you got the order block, trade back to it, use it as support. Using it as support. Using it as support. So basically it's a play by ear week, man. I don't really like the fact that you know, that stuff happened yesterday. So it's like we could chart the stocks and look at them and you know basically just give our thesis on the information that we have in front of us. But when stuff like that be happening, it really does affect the market. So just got to be patient and see how the market opens up.
I can ask you a favor.
What you got?
When you get to NQ, can you go to the data from like 2001?
2001. All right. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I could go back that far. Hold up. Come on. Give me a second. Hold up, yeah. All right. The first, let me see. The first is let me go back is 2010. Hold up. Yeah, it stopped at me at 2010. What happened in 2001? 9/11?
Yeah, and then after that, we want the war. I'm asking that because I wasn't old enough to really or even be in this. So right now we're the country is within real turbulent times.
Mm-hmm.
And now this is like something that we seen what happened with the Iran and Russia effect on the market, like on a global scale.
Mm-hmm.
America, I don't know if people really been paying attention, but essentially the way the world is now, we've really been in a lot of proxy wars. On the street term, we call it politicking,
Mm-hmm.
but we've been in a lot of proxy wars, like unintentional but intentional, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So some way, shape, or form, I asked for this information because I don't know what the market was during those times, but we already seen just a glimpse of what could happen with the Russia and Ukraine situation. And now we have something in which we are about to get into, and who's backing who's backing them as well.
Mhm.
So in some way, shape, or form, there will be retaliation. There's no way around it. Old boy already done said he don't want to, but if he have to, he will step in, regardless of whatever the situation is. So that's why I asked you that information. In my opinion, we gonna have a major dip because there's nothing sustaining us, even though we just talking about the period of like we got highs we trying to get to, but
Mhm.
because the way the global the on a global scale, how our stock market, any bad news is like it's instant. And this is not the time for us. When I say us Americans to be going through this type of shit, but because I know what's about to come, it's the market is about to dip. That's just my opinion.
Well, I agree with you. I agree with you. But I haven't been trading like I wasn't trading back then. I didn't know nothing much about the market. So the only things that this is my second Trump market. This is also uh through COVID. I experienced that. Um, Also with the other wars with like Ukraine and Russia. I was in the market for that, and it affected the market just like a few months ago when was it maybe a few months ago, maybe it was some weeks ago. I'm gonna just say a few months ago when the DeepSeek stuff came out and how that affected the market, like how the market just immediately started selling off because of the DeepSeek stuff coming out of China. So, and that wasn't even global. That was just more so of like an AI event or a Chat GPT, whatever that space is, and the market sold off. So when rumors of war, I think immediately the immediate response is going to be for the market to dip. But then I've seen instances with war that the market becomes extremely bullish, like extremely bullish. So this can probably be a time to exercise great patience and just wait to see how the market opens up tonight and the reactions we get throughout the week. Because if stuff continues to happen throughout the week between us and Ukraine, I mean us and Iran and Israel and all that stuff, then it's probably going to end up affecting the market. But based upon the information that we have in front of us right now, all we can really do is chart what we got, you know what I'm saying? And then when the market opens up tonight and be like, damn, look at the market opened up at, nigga be like, all right, well, we knew this, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm just giving numbers and so we could have like a kind of like a basis of where we feel like these stocks can go or where the market could go at, you know what I'm saying? As opposed to just going in it blindly. That's all, because I'm already under the assumption that the market gonna open up way lower. Because I was watching how Bitcoin selling off, all XRP and all those Bitcoin. What's the other coin that everybody like?
Those coins.
No, not Dogecoin, man.
Oh, my bad.
Ethereum.
Ethereum. Yeah, all those are
Top,
selling off. So,
Topo coin too. You know, Jim Jones had his own coin.
man, this
Come on,
dude,
man. We're being serious here, bro.
this dude here, bro. But yeah, man. So yeah, because Bitcoin below 100 grand again, bro. And Bitcoin was up to what? Almost 110. So I think that's a precursor of things that's gonna come tonight when the market opens up. So
And Mike, you know we couldn't at least on the NASDAQ, we could never break outside the top side of that gap.
yeah,
So I
yeah.
don't know where we're in next week, but if we can close back underneath that gap, we probably gonna have us a little ride to the downside.
Absolutely. What's the other stocks that we was looking at? Palantir, Nvidia, Tesla. What else y'all want to look at?
You looked at Netflix, keep it short and sweet.
I'm sorry, what you said?
I said keep it short and sweet. I like that we keep our same little list, you know?
All right,
Look
Netflix.
at it. What about that one that Ben had brought up? Maul had brought up that did the crazy I don't think they had a lot of time on it. Though. Like they only had like two months of charges. So don't worry.
Oh, what? Yeah, what that was? That wasn't Casey, huh? No, that was you that brought up Casey.
Circle.
Circle, that what it was. I don't
What's
think
the
they got. We ain't have enough data for it. So it don't matter.
CRCL, I think it is.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, bro. This the weekly.
Hmm.
Ain't enough
Never
information.
mind. Never mind.
That's
the
why.
weekly.
That's why I only mentioned it in the group. I didn't mention it in the chat because when the little video I saw about it, when I looked at it, this motherfucker ain't had no choice. And
Yeah,
then 2 days later, this business went completely off.
who told you about this one?
I just came across it on my feed, Jeremy.
So this an IPO?
It just
It
IPO.
just IPO'd.
So you probably can't even trade options on it. You probably gonna buy shares. Mm.
What about SoFi? Y'all, did we have like a big number on that? Was that like a little small range?
No, that was a small range.
Yeah, buy and hold type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool.
I think SoFi target was like 17, 18, what Mike said.
And so far at $15, boy.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I had on it. That's
It's
all I
been
had
not a
on
big.
it.
It's not a big mover though.
a big mover though. Nah.
Like the contract's not moving big. I got a $20 for January. I bought it like $10.
like $10
And that baby not moving with no pressure.
with no pressure.
All right, so y'all want to do futures or y'all want to stay in?
Y'all want to stay in? Can we look at SPY and him, and then we move to futures?
All right. Spy. I'm gonna go to the weekly. Why I got an echo, man? Y'all hear that?
Yep.
I'm going with Ben first. I know it's still.
All right.
I'm muted.
You think about Spy, Wayne? I don't see nothing. I don't see outside of this purple area that's gonna draw my attention. Hold up, let me see something. You got more room to the downside than the upside, really.
I'm gonna tell you, Mike. I don't look at. I had to pull up SPY, but I kind of been. You know, man, you've been stalking that weekly gap in Q. So I haven't really been paying too much attention to ES at the end of the week on SPY. I'll just be going by them not being able to see Douglas Echo again.
Well, look, let's flip it to Qs then. If y'all was looking at a weekly gap on NQ.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna have it on. I don't know if they're gonna have it on.
It look the same, bro. Yeah. It don't look like the Nasdaq.
It don't look like the Nasdaq.
Just look like SPY. Got an echo. Echo.
Damn, they got the same two red candles.
Hello. Anyone home?
We're wondering if you can borrow some brown sugar. That's it. I mean, there's no real clean cut trade on the Nasdaq. Not the Nasdaq, on the triple Q. Even on SPY. I mean, you can just buy puts. On SPY.
That's what I was about to say. So look, given that the past few stocks that we looked at, they all damn near looking identical.
We look bearish.
Would y'all say that we about to probably come down?
I think we are. I think
Everything kind of like right off the high. You know what I'm saying?
But we didn't. I'm gonna say. We haven't swept the high though, right? Right?
Now we didn't sweep
So
the high.
it
We
can't
can't
be
sweep the high.
deeper into three. So until we haven't gotten a reverse candle, it's going down, but we haven't reverse candle yet. So Mike, it ain't really no cut. Let's go. How you say when we over? All stuff affected. No, all right. For the lower number. We'll have our reversals candle printed.
Where the echo coming from, bro?
I don't know. I have no idea.
Nah, stop.
Puff Daddy must have made the remix.
Man, this Zoom ain't getting on. This Zoom not making it to YouTube. I can tell you that right now. I'll tell you that right now, player.
People want the Zoom, they get in the Zoom.
All right. Hold up, player. This is the NASDAQ September contracts. This is the weekly chart. I got everything highlighted that's important. I believe. Got this weekly fair value gap right here. We filled it. We came close above it. We got this daily fair value gap beneath us. We also have this monthly fair value gap that we inverted. So I got an inversion fair value gap. See, I got everything labeled. So this is why I think the market is probably going here. This is the area of interest. We got a lot to clean up right here. Because if you notice outside of this, beneath this gap or filling this gap and this volume imbalance right here, if you notice, there's nothing, everything else is clean outside of these, outside of this sell side liquidity beneath us. Everything else is clean here. Like you had this volume imbalance to your left on the weekly. We filled it, used it as support, the next candle. So everything beneath this gap on the daily, or on the monthly, everything down here is clean. So the area of interest, in my opinion, will be this. And I think it's kind of like the same as that volume imbalance that's on SPY and on the triple Qs. So this is what I'm looking at. So it's highly likely that we probably open up somewhere in this area, or we might not, depending on the market ignores the war news, or if it reacts to it. If it reacts to it, it's always gonna be a knee-jerk reaction to the downside, an aggressive move to the downside until it starts reversing and trading higher. Because most times when wars first happen, even the war with the Ukraine and Russia war, the market sold off a little bit, but then after that, the market became extremely bullish. So we're gonna see what how. Like I said, I'm not here to predict it, but I'm just based off of previous experience. That's that's what I saw. Even with COVID, the market sold off during COVID, and then once the market found the bottom, it ain't never come back. Like if the market, I have never seen a market that bullish ever in my life, like ever. That's bullish after COVID. So just having the experience to know that, all right, this when news come out like this, you got to be patient. Even though I might miss a lot of news, like I didn't like when that, like I mentioned earlier, like the DeepSeek stuff came out, I wasn't informed. So I'll go to the chart. I'm like, man, why the market selling off like that? So I had to go find the news to see what was going on. But like when you abreast with the news, or all right, but nigga then went shot up Iran right quick. Okay, rumors of war. Okay, the market probably gonna respond to that. So just be prepared. Expect the market to sell off. If it don't, cool. If it does, all right, I was expecting this. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm saying. But from a weekly perspective, we can't close above this weekly gap. We filled it 4 weeks ago. Couldn't close above it 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, or last week. So all these are considered fail swings. We are generating liquidity up here. So if you notice, like when a gap like this and we can't close above it and we feel it and we keep closing in it, but we can't close above it and we keep wicking above it and closing back beneath it, wicking above it. All the market is really doing is generating liquidity. So people seeing this and be like, all right, well, I'm gonna get short and put my stop above the high, right? So we just generating liquidity to go to the downside to eventually come back and get this liquidity, and then eventually the all-time highs. But this from the information that I have in front of me, I even if the war stuff wouldn't happen Saturday, I still would believe that the market's probably going to trade to the downside to clean up a little bit, then go back high. You know what I'm saying? Because this is the only stuff that we got to clean up on the chart from a high time frame perspective, from a weekly. This is the weekly. So all you got is this daily gap beneath us. You got this inversion. You got this volume imbalance right here. So anything beneath this daily volume or this weekly volume imbalance, I'm sorry, beneath us on the weekly is clean. This chart clean. All the candles touching, all candles sharing the price. Like this is clean price action until you get here. So I'm gonna go down to a lower time frame, to the daily. Now, so even on the daily, bro, this is a mass consolidation. This is consolidation. This low, this the high. Trade inside of that. It's nothing really to write home about in this consolidation. It's trash, to be honest with you. I'm being honest. But it still looks the same, just like the weekly. But you got liquidity beneath this low. You got liquidity beneath this low, right? And then you got your daily gap. Let me make it a little bigger. Mess that one up. I don't want to confuse nobody, including myself. You got your daily gap. Then the gray box is the monthly inversion that we close above. So I mean, then you have a daily volume imbalance down here. So that's why I'm feeling like the market is gonna go to. That's because everything beneath this is clean except for this volume imbalance down here on the daily. But shoot, if we sell all 3,000 points, then should we come and get this? Might as well. So this is my area of interest going into the week, man. So on SPY, I don't know the numbers exactly. I'll pull it back up and look at it, but this is pretty much it right here, bro. Like this is like the last line in saying if we trade straight through this like real aggressively, then it's kind of like over with for the market. So I'm not expecting that to happen, to be honest with you. I'm expecting us to sell off though. I'm expecting us to sell off. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have no trade set up like yet going into the week. So this the 1 hour. And like I always tell y'all, the 1 hour is my daily chart. And I don't have no trade set up. It's been between two. We in between a rock and a hard place. We got this gap, and we got this gap above us, got this inversion above us, and then we got this gap beneath us that we trading in with this volume imbalance beneath us. So we could play ping pong, or we could just open up lower. I don't know. So I just have to wait and see. But as far as going back to 2001, my data don't allow that. But I could go back to we'll go back to COVID. Let me slide. Hold up. Weekly. Maybe not. Look, I'm about to see. Hold up, give me a second. All right. COVID was in what? The beginning of 2020, right?
It was March 2020.
All right, so this COVID right here. So from, I'm gonna just call all this COVID right here. That's COVID, right? So of course, everybody started getting sick. And then the nigga was like, all right, what we gonna do when we sit at home? Oh man, we're gonna start ordering a lot of stuff off Amazon since we can't go out. And look at the market, bro. Market is got extremely bullish. Like the market, so if this is COVID right here. These what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles. That's COVID. Then this is a weekly chart. And then look how we came out of that, and then we never came back to COVID. We never came back. The war, was it Russia and Ukraine? That happened in 2023. I want to say. It's been that long?
Yup.
2023. I can't remember the months when it happened. If somebody could pull that up, if you know. But yeah, man, you know what? We don't have to do that. But we can just use COVID as our basis right now. So just be prepared, bro. You know, that's all. So if the market sell off, you know what you're looking at. If the market don't respond to it, then this is business as usual. It's business as usual either way. So don't get spooked. But that's all I got, man. Anybody have any questions, comments, or concerns?
Can we get that equivalent on SPY if you can?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the chat.
I'm gonna put it in the chat.
I'm putting it in the chat.
Anybody else? You talking about for this? You talking about this area right here for the
Yeah.
on SPY and
On
Triple
SPY
Q?
and Triple Q?
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Anything else, fellas, before we get off?
No, sir. Be
All right, man.
patient. Be patient. Be patient.
That's it, bro. Enjoy y'all Sunday, man.
Y'all too, man.
All right, bro.